Hello, Smooth Andy, still here, rocking it, keeping it down for you. This is a long one. I know this is a long one, but the reason why it's a long one isn't so that I can make fun of Kathy Griffin for an hour or however long this winds up being. It's so that we can go through the entire press conference because, my God, the whole thing is just full of hypocrisy, lies, and horseshit. So here we go.
Kathy is not only one of the funniest humans alive.
Okay, if she wrote that, then I would go as far as to say she's an extremely good comedy writer. But as far as being the funniest person alive, I wouldn't even consider her to be particularly funny, let alone one of the funniest people. No.
She has been a bold advocate for women, the LGBT community, people of color, and veterans for many years, including numerous stand-up performances for the troops in Iraq, Afghanistan.
Blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit?
During the campaign, Donald Trump said of a female reporter who had called him out on misogyny, quote, "She had blood coming out of her eyes. She had blood coming out of her wherever." Kathy did not forget that disgusting remark, for which Trump has never apologized.
He doesn't need to apologize. If he doesn't feel that he said anything wrong, he doesn't need to apologize. That's his right. Just because you think it's wrong doesn't mean he needs to apologize. If everybody in the world thinks it's wrong, doesn't mean he needs to apologize. The man doesn't have to apologize for that shit if he doesn't want to.
Kathy teamed up recently with a photographer to mock Trump, our mocker-in-chief.
I don't know if I would really consider holding up the man's severed head like mockery. It's not really mockery.
What would it look like if his own insults were turned on him?
Well, I don't remember him saying that Megyn Kelly should get her head cut off. So I don't really see what you mean by that.
Wearing a pussy bow blouse in a nod to his caught-on-tape bragging about grabbing women's genitals.
I don't know what a pussy bow blouse. I don't know what that is. So that one fell short. That was a little degree of nuance that I don't think many people are gonna fucking really get. So I don't know.
She held up a Trump mask with fake blood coming out of the eyes and coming out of the wherever.
Bloody neck stump. The whatever in this case is bloody neck stump.
In full hyperbole with a stern look on her face. As she said in her social media posts accompanying the photo, quote, I captioned this, there was blood coming out of his eyes, blood coming out of his wherever.
Bloody head stump, bloody neck stump, bloody neck stump.
It was a parody of Trump's own sexist remarks.
That is an amazing stretch. An amazing stretch. An amazing stretch.
Taken to an extreme, absurdist visual.
That is a bit of a stretch.
Like many edgy works of artistic expression, the photo could be interpreted different ways, and Kathy was fine with that.
So Kathy was fine with the fact that it might have been interpreted as an ISIS propaganda video. She was fine with that. Just want to make sure everybody's clear, because boy, does this come up a whole lot later on.
But Kathy never imagined that it could be misinterpreted as a threat of violence against Trump. That was never what she intended.
Well, apparently it doesn't matter what your intention is, because it could be thought of many different ways. You never seriously thought that people might think of it as an ISIS propaganda video? I mean, really? Of all the different ways that you thought people might take that, you seriously didn't think ISIS propaganda was going to be... Wow, that's quite a small bubble you live in, Kathy.
She has never threatened or committed an act of violence against anyone. Her life's work is to make people laugh.
Well, when you fail at your job, you get fucking fired.
And as soon as she learned that this is how it was being received, She was horrified, and she took down the picture, and she asked the photographer to take it down, and as fast as possible, she videoed a heartfelt apology.
A heartfelt apology that she rolled her eyes in. I counted 3 times. Have you ever been apologized to and had the person roll their eyes at you? How many times does it take before you look at them and go, you don't fucking mean this, do you?
Literally begging us for forgiveness.
While simultaneously rolling her eyes about it.
That should have been the end of it.
True. Honestly, even if it's a shitty apology, she doesn't even have to apologize. There's nothing that says that she has to apologize about it. She could have been like, fuck, no, shit, it's what I did, fuck you. You know, like, but nevertheless, yeah, fuck it. It should have been the end. She's a retard. Like, who cares? It should have just been over. I agree. That should have been it. We should have been able to go, Kathy, not funny. And then she'd go, yeah, my bad. And then that's it. I like that. I think that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Many male artists have created far more disturbing imagery.
Yeah, and they get in trouble for that shit too.
A Marilyn Manson music video shows him beheading a Trump figure.
Because God knows Marilyn Manson has never been the center of a controversy.
The band Municipal Waste has an image of Trump with a bloody gunshot to his head on a band t-shirt.
Well, that doesn't sound like a particularly funny shirt to me. And if they lost gigs because of it, then fuck them. Like, you know, I don't know. Nobody decided to fire those guys. I don't know what to tell you. Go after the people that employ them, I guess. There's the answer.
The band GWAR has had violent images like this for president after president for years.
It's guar. Like, I get it. You don't understand, you know, whatever, what you're talking about, I guess. But it's guar. They're actually quite popular. Very underground, but yet quite popular. Very good band. And they have the world-eating worm, and he comes out. He even ate Jerry Springer once. Jerry Springer used to have guar on his show all the time. They were very funny. But yeah, they do that kind of stuff. It's kind of one of those shows you go to see people hacked up and dismembered, because that's kind of what they're known for. And sure, they do it with presidents. They do it with all presidents. But I don't remember seeing the picture of Kathy Griffin holding up Obama's severed head.
They're all just considered bad boys. Unlike these male artists, Kathy apologized.
She didn't need to do. And they don't fucking care. So they're not fucking apologizing. What is this whole, like, because Kathy apologized, that means that it shouldn't be taken as an ISIS propaganda video?
Unlike these male artists, Kathy has endured the most powerful man in America and his family using their power to target her and her employers after she apologized.
I notice you don't bring up Snoop. Snoop got in some shit for shooting Donald Trump in a video. He got into a lot of shit about that. And he didn't fucking apologize. And Snoop owns his own label. So Snoop decided to not fire himself when everybody said, hey dude, you should fire yourself. I guess it's just that black privilege.
The president took a break from his busy schedule of tweeting nonsense words to target her satire, calling her sick.
I think he said the same shit about Snoop. Fuck it. So?
Melania Trump, who has remained silent about her husband's effort to deny health care to 24 million Americans.
Clearly she supports her husband's policies.
Cut Meals on Wheels and Planned Parenthood.
What does this have to do with anything that we're talking about? Why are you maligning the First Lady? Like, so your solution to this is character assassination. That's smart.
Chose to break her silence on news events to personally challenge Kathy's mental health.
So you're telling me that if somebody who was on the news, like let's say Tucker Carlson, right? Let's go absurd. Let's go ridiculous. That's funny, right? So if Tucker Carlson got on the news and picked up a severed head and said, whatever the fuck your name is, this is your husband, ha ha ha, you wouldn't, like, be upset by that? Like, you wouldn't fucking get pissed and go on Twitter and go, I think that's fucked up? Really? You'd go, Tucker's just funnin'.
Donald Trump Jr. took a break from killing leopards and elephants.
First of all, I don't even get that reference. Second of all, I don't understand. It's just more character assassination. Two wrongs do make a right. They're assassinating Kathy's character, so we are going to assassinate their character right fucking back. Fuck them.
To hound CNN and its anchors on Twitter, to try to get them not just to fire her, but to ban her from the network where she has worked for 10 years entirely, presumably forever.
Well, shit, I mean, I guess if she's worked there for 10 years, I guess, no reason to fire her. You know, she pissed off a whole lot of people. But yeah, fuck it, keep her on the air, right? Like, what could possibly go wrong?
But that wasn't enough. He also targeted a children's book author in his tweets, suggesting that his followers contact the publisher to fire him because Don Jr. didn't like one of his jokes that was supportive of Kathy Griffin.
Well, I'd have to see that tweet. I mean, I'm not saying that I think you're lying. I'm just saying I'd like to see the tweet. You know, I don't know. I don't really. I would say that's bad. If the tweet is such that it is worded in that way and it says go out and contact, I would say that's bad. So there, I guess there you go. If it doesn't say that shit, you're fucking lying. If it does say that shit, I am officially saying that's bad.
The message is clear. Criticize the president, lose your job.
Message is clear. Criticize gay people, lose your job. Criticize black people, lose your job. Criticize Muslims, lose your job.
And that's what happened to Kathy. And more.
Yeah. That's what happened to you. Shit happens. I guess you shouldn't have done something fucking stupid.
As a result of the first family's bullying of her and of those she does business with, Kathy has been vilified. She's been receiving a lot of death threats. She's had her personal website and her social media channels shut down, been fired from multiple jobs, and had multiple events canceled.
And none of that's cool, especially the death threats. You shouldn't be sending death threats to people. God damn it. Just, you fucking look like an asshole when you're doing that. You give them ammunition against you. It causes more problems than it's ever going to help. Don't send people death threats. Fucking, it's just dumb fucking shit. Don't do that. And for the rest of it, that's not cool. It shouldn't have happened that way. It shouldn't have happened. But, you know, there are consequences for your actions. And if you're going to hold up the severed head of the President of the United States, people are going to get fucking pissed about that shit. And you're going to have fucking problems. Just like if you call a black dude the N-word, he's going to fucking get pissed at you and probably punch you in the fucking face. That doesn't mean that punching people for calling you a name is right. But that doesn't mean that shit's not gonna fucking happen.
The Secret Service has reached out to her. The Secret Service has reached out to a comedian.
That's their job. You're standing here talking about how Kathy was doing her job and she shouldn't be getting in trouble for doing her job. But the Secret Service is coming after Kathy, and fuck them. That's not their job. It's their job. It's their job to protect the life of the President of the United States of America. That's their job. When this shit happens, and if you get caught, you're going to get investigated. You held up the severed head of the sitting President of the United States of America. You seriously didn't think there'd be this problem?
She has had to retain a criminal attorney who is here today, Dmitry Gorin. That's D-M-I-T-R-Y.
Oh, please, make sure you fucking spell the name properly. We don't want to have any misspellings of name. Especially not one as difficult to spell as Dmitry Gorin.
G-O-R-I-N. And he can answer questions at the end about his work. For the first time in history that we are aware of, the President of the United States and his family is personally attempting to ruin a comedian.
The man sent out a tweet that said that he thought it was sick. Melania sent out a tweet saying that she was disturbed. Fucking, like, that. I would have to see a lot more tweets or, like, I don't know, an executive action saying fire Kathy Griffin from everything. Like, this just seems like it's very inflated. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it can be argued both ways. He is the president of the United States of America. He shouldn't be going after a citizen. But, you know, Obama called Kanye a fucking jackass.
This has been a living nightmare for Kathy. She works hard, and she has millions of global fans, including me.
Millions? Millions? I don't know. Millions? Maybe. There's a lot of millions of people. Millions?
But she lacks a TV network or a giant team behind her. And she has been suffering through this virtually alone.
And because of that, everything should be dropped. Everybody should forget about it. She should get her job back because she's all alone.
As every kind of vile threat has poured in, she has been advised not to leave her home, not to go online, not to receive deliveries, as the beatdown of Kathy Griffin rises to a crescendo.
And it's ridiculous. Get the fuck over it. Like, I hope I don't sound like I'm wiffle-waffling on this at all. I think this is very funny because I've seen this happen so many times before and I've never seen this kind of outreach and outcry over it. So whatever. But, like, I guess here's my official stance. You should be able to say and do whatever, you know, you should be able to say whatever you want to say. First Amendment right protects your freedom of speech. You should be able to say whatever you want to say. If you want to fucking hold up the severed head of the President of the United States and say, this is whatever, then fine. All right, cool. Should you lose your job over it? No. But we live in a society where if somebody is a part of something that's controversial, they get boycotted. And all the fucking people that hire them get boycotted. And they can't fucking keep them because it's like, look, you're hurting us more than you're helping us. You're Kathy Griffin. You don't really pull in big numbers. You don't really have millions of fans. Sorry, you don't. I could believe a couple 100,000, millions, nah. But you're not a giant fucking pool, Kathy. You're not a goddamn anchor. So CNN doesn't want to get boycotted. They're already being boycotted enough. This is too big of a controversy. They cannot have you. You have pushed them into this position with your actions. You've done this to yourself. Like I said, just because the black guy feels that punching you is, you know, appropriate for being called a name, that doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean it's right that you got fired. But, you know, unlike the black guy who should be able to control himself and not act physically against somebody else, you put them in a position where they have no other choice. They don't want to deal with your controversy. You started it. You did it on your own. Don't sit there and complain about how you don't have the support of major corporations when you did this on your fucking own. Sorry, CNN didn't ask you to do this. You did this on your own. Makes them look bad so they can fire you. Is it right? Should they do it? Should people just go, fucking who the hell is Kathy Griffin? Who gives a shit? Yes, because honestly, who the fuck is Kathy Griffin? Who gives a shit? Nobody should really give a shit about this at all. But the president sent out a tweet saying that his son was upset and he thought it was a sick. Melania put out a tweet saying that it was disgusting. And the world fucking reacted. You can't expect the world to not fucking react to shit, dummy.
It stops here. It stops now. This is insane. Ted Nugent threatened to kill President Obama.
Threatened to kill President Obama. Alright, fine. Let's say that Ted Nugent threatened to kill President Obama. Did he then show pictures of him doing it? Like in effigy or whatever? Like, no. He just said, fucking, I would kill Obama. Like, whatever it was that he said. I don't know what he said. But you know what? It's not right. You shouldn't have said that. That's dumb fuck shit. Don't fucking say that, Teddy. It's dumb fuck shit. Why would you do that? That's fucking stupid. But Ted Nugent has made his fucking money. So he gets fired from some fucking gigs. He doesn't give a shit. You're never going to see him in a press conference going, oh, woe is fucking me. I said I want to kill the president. Now people are pissed at me about it.
Trump invited Ted Nugent to the White House.
So, man's got cat scratch fever.
Trump does not realistically fear 56-year-old, 110-pound Kathy Griffin.
What does that have to do? What is her height and age or weight? What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Trump himself is currently facing 2 lawsuits for inciting violence at his rallies when he told his followers to, quote, knock the crap out of protesters or, quote, punch him in the face.
That's wrong. Shouldn't have said that. That's wrong. He shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't encourage people to do acts of violence. That's wrong. Donald Trump, if you're watching this, Mr. President, if you're watching this, very bad. It's very bad.
Kathy has a First Amendment right to make whatever provocative art she chooses. Whether or not you get or like her artistic expression, in America, Kathy has the right to publicly parody the president.
Yeah, it's true. But you're really stretching that. Like, you're really stretching that.
In Russia, feminist artists Pussy Riot were imprisoned for 2 years by Trump's buddy Putin.
So, this isn't fucking Russia.
In the U.S., the Supreme Court has ruled in a series of long-standing bedrock constitutional cases that political satire is protected, and the government cannot retaliate against citizens for it.
Again, I don't see the government retaliating. I see the people retaliating. I see that Donald Trump said it was sick. That isn't government retaliation. The army didn't pick this bitch up. She isn't under arrest. She's under investigation. Because when you send out a picture on Twitter of you holding up a fake Donald Trump bloody fucking head looking pissed off, they look into that shit. Because that's a threat. They look into all of the threats that are sent to the president. You think Donald Trump isn't getting threats, death threats? Really? And you think the Secret Service doesn't look into every fucking one of them? You think that doesn't look like a death threat? Come on, Kathy. You said yourself it could be interpreted anyway.
That's an important legal right that is now under attack as journalists, networks, and artists fear retribution from Trump and his administration.
Which has yet to happen. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen this. You're making shit up?
He is hoping for a chilling effect on artists like Kathy and other artists. He has said he wants to sue people who criticize him. Nope. That is authoritarianism, and we will not have it.
You don't have it. Where is it? He isn't doing that. Saying something isn't the same as doing something, you dumb fuck. Like, fucking... oh my God. He's not doing that. He hasn't done that. When he does that, believe me, I will be one of the first people to make a video going, it's not good. Don't do that. That's fucked up. That's way fucked up. Don't do that. But he's not doing that.
Kathy has made a decision. She is not going to stop speaking out for women, for LGBT rights, for vets, and for others.
Blah, blah, blah. Kathy's awesome.
She will continue to be the fierce, brutally honest shero that millions love.
Blah, blah, blah. Millions.
I stand with Kathy, and I will fight for her First Amendment right to create whatever art she chooses and oppose anyone who tries to punish her for it.
Well, fine. Good. Yes. She has the right to say whatever she wants to. But that doesn't mean that there aren't going to be repercussions.
And we will both continue to use our skills to resist Trump, whose budget would deny heat in the winter to poor people, cut grants to help poor kids go to college.
Blah, blah, blah. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
His misogyny knows no bounds and cries out for all of us to express ourselves as forcefully as possible against him.
Well, that certainly doesn't sound like a call to arms.
It is Trump who should apologize for his blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
Severed neck.
Disgusting comment, which he has never done. And for being the most woman-hating and tyrannical president in U.S. history.
Citation needed, please.
I'm not afraid of Donald Trump. He's a bully. I've dealt with older white guys trying to keep me down my whole life, my whole career.
Older white guys. Now it's a racial thing? You're white. How is it a racial thing?
I'm a woman in a very male-dominated field. I love what I do. I love making people laugh more than anything in the world. And I have learned over the years that sometimes when you do stand-up, and I've done it in a war zone, and I've done it at Walter Reed Hospital, and I've done it at...
Yeah, Kathy's amazing.
Sometimes people want, a joke that's out there and a little crazy. So...
Yeah, but they also want it to, have a punchline and be funny.
Regarding the image that I participated in, that apology absolutely stands. I feel horrible.
So you admit that you did something wrong. Very good to know.
I have performed in war zones. The idea that this, made people think of this tragedy, to have been touched by this tragedy, is horrifying and it's horrible.
But you said yourself that you thought that people could interpret it many different ways. You didn't seriously think that holding a severed head would be interpreted as horrific?
Trust me, if I could redo the whole thing, I would have had a blow-up doll and no ketchup.
Well, see, if you had a blow-up doll with ketchup coming out of the eyes and coming out of the penis or whatever, then yes, that would have been parody. That would have been almost funny.
I make mistakes. I'm an out-there comedian. I'm an in-your-face comedian. But I just wanted to say, if you don't stand up, you get run over. And what's happening to me has never happened, ever, in the history of this great country.
I'm sure that Larry Flynt would disagree with you.
Which is that a sitting president of the United States and his grown children and the First Lady are I feel personally, trying to ruin my life forever. Forever. You guys know him. He's never going to stop. I know him. Let me talk to a camera like I'm talking to him. And I might make a couple jokes.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to be great. You really think this is the time to be making jokes?
All right, so I know him. All right, so the Donald, it's me, the Kathy. And if you guys don't know this,
See, in comedy, this is what we call a setup.
If you meet him, he wants you to call him the Donald, which I've always thought was the weird.
And that's supposed to be a punchline.
And I remember saying to him the first time, okay, I'm the Kathy, and that went right over his nest.
This is what I believe Ron Bennington calls the joke pyramid, I think, where you stack jokes on top of each other.
Okay, that was a joke about his hair, but I have seen eggs in it. I think I've seen, allegedly. Allegedly.
See, when you have to tell people that it's a joke, it's not funny.
I am teasing the president because this is America, and you shouldn't have to die for it.
Did you die? I don't remember hearing that you died. It's very sad.
The death threats that I'm getting are constant, and they are detailed, and they are serious, and they are specific.
Well, are they coming from Donald Trump? Because if they're coming from Donald Trump, that's wrong. If they're coming from anybody else, it's still wrong, but it's not Trump's fault if fucking idiots decide to send you death threats because they got upset by something you did.
And today it's me, and tomorrow it could be you. So, yeah, I'm an obnoxious comedian. I'm not the most famous person in the world. I'm just standing here with Lisa. I have an amazing First Amendment attorney, Alan Isaacman. If you're not familiar with his work, he won the landmark case, The People versus Larry Flynt.
So you have heard of Larry Flynt. That's funny.
I believe so passionately about this. If I don't stand up and say this, I'm afraid there's going to be some 12-year-old nerdy girl like me in Forest Park, Illinois, who's going to maybe be watching me to see what I do.
And they're going to learn that holding up the severed head of the sitting president of the United States of America, not the smartest fucking thing to do.
And this bully and this president, of all people, is going to come after me? He picked the wrong redhead. And he's sort of a redhead, although it's sort of like a parfait cup.
And I think we're still building the joke. I don't even fucking. It's not funny.
Sometimes. I mean, there's like a red and then like a yellow, and I don't know. I think Melania does a lot of nice and easy. I don't know, but maybe she doesn't. The point, I digress.
And the pyramid gets higher and higher and higher. But it's supposed to be funny.
So that's what I do, you guys. I improvise. I try jokes. My mouth is really dry because I'm so nervous. But I don't want this to happen to anyone else. I tour for a living. I love doing it.
But that doesn't give you a pat. Like, what the fuck? How is that a defense?
I perform everywhere people want me to laugh. And honestly, one night it's a performing arts center, and the next night it's 2 shows in the Potawatomi, Wisconsin casino. And there's been a change, a real shift change. In, starting maybe about 18 months ago, where Fox News ain't got nothing on me. Although I think you should know, my mother, who thinks Fox News is real.
Oh my God, who gives a shit about your mother?
I'm going to make fun of the president. And you know what? I'm going to make fun of him more now. More. So I'm not going to threaten him.
Didn't you just threaten him? Didn't you just say, you know what? I'm going to make fun of him more now. That's kind of a threat. Like, you...
I have no desire to harm him or anyone. I would never want to harm anybody. But, I've made fun of W. I made fun of Clinton. Oh, God, remember the Monica dress days? Those were the days. You could make dress jokes all day long, and nobody tried to kill you. You shouldn't have to die for this. I'm under a Secret Service investigation.
Yeah, that's their job. Going. Why do I bother?
And the first family did not come after you with any of the other presidents.
But you didn't hold up the severed head of any other president. I'm sure if you did, they'd have come after you.
It is
Yes.
so unpresidential for them to respond
I
to a
get
comic.
what I
It's so unpresidential to say that if somebody holds up your severed head, that's sick and you don't like it. That's so unpresidential.
get what I am. I'm the shiny object. I get it. We all know what's going on here. They're using me as the shiny object so that nobody's talking about his FBI investigation. All right? I get it.
Bitch, you ain't that fucking important.
And I made a horrible, horrible mistake, and I made a horrible call. I understand. But everywhere I go, people actually come up to me. And like I said, I go everywhere. It's what I do. And they say, I'm a housewife and my kids have been driving me crazy. And
Who cares?
I've had everybody turn on me. And I just want to make people laugh. That's all I want to do. So I screwed up. But I want the gay guy who came to see me in Lake Charles, Louisiana a few weeks ago.
Oh... You know one of the ways that you can tell when somebody's fake crying? No tears. No tears whatsoever. The eyes don't even glisten up in water really even. I mean, it might be because of all the shit she's done to her face, or it might be because fucking horse shit, but whatever, I guess we could just debate that.
Who said, I wanted to come here because I'm scared to come out, but I get to come here and laugh for 2 hours. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I'm here. It's honestly, it's not for me. It's for them.
Well, they don't like it.
I think a few people might actually be watching me, and I want them to see this old dame. I'm not laying down for this guy. I'm going to make fun of him. I'm going to make jokes about him and the housewives and Kardashians.
That's like another threat, man.
But, he does provide a lot of material. I mean, you got to be honest. It's a good time to be a comedian. It's scary to be a citizen, but it's a good time to be a comedian.
Apparently fucking not.
In December 9th, reporter
Hi.
Shira Levine,
Hi.
quoted you as saying that you were happy to deliver a beatdown to Donald Trump and also to Barron.
11-year-old kid, yeah, fuck him.
And that you, quote, wanted to go down hard on Donald and go direct for Barron Trump.
When is this quote
So
from?
this is a quote.
Yeah, I've said
From
that in my
where?
act.
Fucking, yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that shit. Fuck Barron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She said that in her act. So she
Years,
admits.
years ago.
So you admitted.
Years ago. Who cares? It was years ago. Of course, Donald Trump said the whole thing about grabbing women by the pussy years ago, too. But, it was years ago.
You're going after Barron Trump. Is that what this is all about?
is she
To
going
piss
after
off
Barron
Barron
I
Trump?
think a comic should be able to make fun of everybody. Like,
I
I
apologize.
Really? An 11-year-old kid?
My question was for Lisa.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
are you aware
Yeah, I ain't talking to you, bitch.
that your client is trying to go after Barron Trump?
Okay, so that's a ridiculous, misleading question, and no, she hasn't said a single word here today about Barron. You're talking about something from a comedy act from years ago, I think.
So if you say, years ago, I'm going to go after Donald Trump hard, but I'm going to go after his kids even harder, especially the little one. And then you hold up the father's severed head in a picture. Now, there's many ways that people can interpret that, but you never thought maybe somebody might interpret that as this must be her going after the kid if she's going to go after the kid really bad? So if this is what you're still doing to Donald Trump and you're going to be even worse on this kid, what the fuck are you going to do in the future?
And let me talk about this issue of children, okay? We can have edgy comics in America.
Yes, but I think this is going somewhere even better.
Comics can say things that are not appropriate for children. Comics can create images that are not appropriate for children.
Like when Daniel Tosh got in trouble for making a rape joke.
Many things on the news are not appropriate for children. I'm a parent of 2 adult children and a teenage foster son. It is my job as a parent to filter out what is appropriate for my children.
It's very true. That's very true. This is very interesting.
It is not the job of a comic to filter everything down to the level of an 11-year-old.
Like when Louis C.K. did his bit on Saturday Night Live about how fucking children must be awesome because you're willing to piss away your whole fucking life for it. So it must be great. It's not his job to filter that down into the appropriate age, right? Like that, who cares? It's just comedy.
She gets to make the comedy and the art that she wants to make, and the parents decide what's appropriate for children.
And also, people get to decide if they're going to be fucking pissed off about it.
You think every news organization can block out, Trump can block out every news organization tweeting out this photo?
You know what? There's a lot of disgusting stuff about Trump on the news every day, like the fact that he's making us...
Like, seriously, okay, so because there's a lot of shit that people say bad about Trump, it's okay for Kathy Griffin to hold up the severed head of Donald Trump because who cares if the kid sees it? His dad's already being talked shit about, so... Wow, that's an interesting defense there, attorney.
The laughing stock of the
Why
world.
would she go after Barron
Okay,
Trump
you know
at
what? There are
10?
other people here.
No, I seriously, seriously, why would you go after an 11-year-old? I'm sorry, this was years ago. Why would you go after a 9 or younger year old child? Why would you? I think that's a fucking honest question. I think that's a really good, honest fucking question. Why would you do that? Why? What's funny about that? Seriously.
She did not, wait, hold on. She did not go after a 10-year, nothing in her piece.
She said, I'm going to go after an 11-year-old kid. And then she held up the father's severed fucking head. She can see how people would interpret that many different ways, but certainly not connect those two fucking events. But it doesn't matter anyways, because that shit was a long fucking time ago. And God knows, in America, we don't harp on shit that happened a long fucking time ago.
Had to do with Barron. So you're trying to make something that doesn't
What are your
exist.
thoughts on that?
Well, whatever. I mean, we'll just give the benefit of the doubt that wasn't what she's talking about. It scares me to find out what's in store for that little boy. If she's going to go after him harder than she went after the father, it's very disturbing. Very, very disturbing.
I make fun of everybody in my act. I'm like one of those people that makes fun of everybody in my act, myself the most.
But even children? Really? You have no line whatsoever. Even children. That's fucked up.
But I'm super real, and I sort of have this gauge. If it's real or it's shocking, and sometimes I say shocking things to kind of wake people up. But yeah, I said that during a live show. I make fun of everybody in my act.
It's just that's not an excuse. Like that's certainly not an excuse to make fun of a child.
I mean,
You
How
said
do
you
you feel
endured.
about the fact that he was traumatized?
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, that could all be bullshit. I mean, fuck that. Why would we believe that he was traumatized by a person holding up the severed head of his father?
We don't know that. You're assuming that everything the Trumps say is true. And in fact, we know that many of the things that the Trumps say are false. So again, comedians get to be edgy.
Comedians get to be edgy. Tell that to Michael Richards when he went on his little rant. That shit was edgy.
Comedians get to use 4-letter words. Comedians get to make visual representations that are not appropriate for children. News organizations can decide what they're going to put on daytime TV, and parents can decide what's appropriate for their children to see.
Yeah, that's the way it should work. But, it's not the way the liberals want it to work. It's just so odd to me.
Next question.
Kathy,
I'm also not appropriate for children, I would say, across the board. Like, trust me, like when I used to do a joke in my act when I was...
Nobody cares.
Kathy, you said you've been bullied by the Trump family. Have they reached out to you outside of social media?
I don't think they have to. My impression is that they have mobilized their armies or their bots or whatever they do.
Mobilize their armies or their bots. Did they mobilize the army? I want to see the news report of the army being mobilized against Kathy Griffin.
Like I said, it's quite clear to me that they're trying to use me as a distraction, and I'm not going to be collateral damage for this fool.
Kathy,
I think he's a fool. So I'm going to say I think the president
We're
is a
sort of
fool.
going around this way, so...
Well, that is certainly your First Amendment right.
I can say that.
do you have fear for your career after this storm dies down?
Absolutely. I don't think I will have a career after this. I think he, I'm going to be honest, he broke me. He broke me.
Look at that stare. Oh my God. Oh, she's so upset.
He broke. And then I was like, no, this isn't right. It's just not right. And I apologized because that was the right thing to do and I meant it. And then I saw the tide turning and I saw what they were doing and I went, oh, okay, they're trying to spin this and they're making it about Barron, and obviously that was never my intent. I would never want to hurt anyone, much less a child, but...
Yeah, it's like shitty acting. It's really shitty acting. But look at her eyes. I love the new camera angle. Some fucked up and they turned it to a new camera angle. Look at the new camera. You can really see that the dryness in the eyes, like the absolute lack of tears with all of this acting. But it is really shitty acting. Just look at all of the, and I don't know. I thought it was so horrible, and I don't know. It's shitty acting.
I started to see what was really happening, and then it was a mob mentality pile-on. And so many people have expressed to me personally across the country at my shows, they're scared. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get arrested today. I don't know.
What do you
but
think
I have
about
to stand
firing
up.
you?
Excuse me?
What do you think?
I don't even know if I'm gonna. First of all, bitch, you ain't getting arrested today. Second of all, I don't know if I'm gonna get arrested today, or I just had to. Excuse me. Oh, fucking bravo! That is maybe not Oscar worthy, but very nice, very very nice.
About CNN firing you?
It's hurtful to me.
It's hurtful.
Yeah.
It's censorship.
It's censorship. Don Imus must be laughing his ass off.
Is what it is. I'll say it more bluntly. She worked there for 10 years.
Look,
She was the
there's a
best thing
bunch
about
of-
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, you know what? Next time your boss calls you in the office and says, so-and-so, we're going to have to let you go. We're very sorry. You can just look at him and go, come on, man. I've been here for like 10 years. I was at New Year's. Come on. There you go.
There's a bunch of old white guys trying to silence me, and I'm just here to say that's wrong.
That is wrong. I just don't understand the race angle. I don't get the race angle.
You don't have to like me, but you shouldn't silence a comic.
As Larry King said, Ted Turner would never have done it. Can we go around? Okay.
Oh, well, shit. I guess if Larry says that Ted wouldn't have done it, it was a fucking terrible mistake, Anderson.
Has Kathy talked to Anderson? Have you had a chance to talk to Anderson Cooper yet?
Has the Secret Service talked to you?
So, Secret Service questions. This is Dimitri Gorn.
And his name is spelled D-E-M.
So,
Let me see.
I'm Dimitri Gorn. I'm the criminal defense
Can you move
attorney.
to your left, sir?
Sure.
Just stay right there.
We're representing Kathy in the criminal investigation.
And my name is spelled D-E-M-I.
Which we believe is going to be closed, and we're going to fully cooperate with the Secret Service in their investigation. We don't even think it should have ever been opened.
And that's a good, it's the Secret Service. It is their job to look into this kind of shit. That is their fucking job. They are to protect the life of the President of the United States of America. That's their job. But, for them to give any real credence to it, I think is kind of silly. But you still got to look into it. That's your job, you look into that kind of shit. And I'm sure nothing's going to come of it. They're going to look at it and go, well, she doesn't have any fucking ties to Al-Qaeda. I don't know. She's bragging about how often she's been to war zones, so that could work in her, work against her. I'm just saying. But, I'm sure they're not going to find any fucking ISIS ties with Kathy Griffin. So this is all going to get dropped. Nothing's going to fucking happen. But your ass is still going to be fucking fired. Because you're controversy. Welcome to the fucking world.
She basically exercised her First Amendment rights to tell a joke. And when you look at everything in the media, all the times entertainers make videos or express themselves in other ways, you've never seen an entertainer, let alone a comedian, be subject to a criminal investigation. It's really outrageous.
Lenny Bruce. Didn't Lenny Bruce get in trouble over some fucking political shit?
And I believe she's going to be cleared. I believe the Secret Service is, doing their job, I suppose, anytime they perceive there's a threat. But there really wasn't a threat.
Doing their job, I suppose. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, dude. Let's just let the Secret Service decide whether or not there's a threat. I'm sure they're going to find out there was no threat. But let's just let them do their jobs.
Ms. Griffin has expressed to you is just a bad joke.
So she admits, bad joke. Also very important to know.
She's apologized for it, and we believe the Secret Service investigation should be closed as quickly as possible.
And it will be, because nobody fucking really thinks Kathy Griffin is an ISIS terrorist. Nobody gives a shit. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid all the way through, but you still gotta look into it, because it's a fucking job.
Kathy, do you think that if you were a male comic, they would be coming after you this hard?
No, cut the crap. This wouldn't be happening to a guy. This is a woman thing.
Tracy Morgan has got to be like, fuck you, bitch.
All right, I'm just going to come out and say it. And I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but I live it. I'm 56 years old.
56? 56? I don't know.
Everywhere I play, there's a male promoter. There's a male who owns a theater. The people who sign my checks are white guys. They're usually older white guys. I've been living this my whole career. I've been fighting this.
Fighting what? Fighting against old white guys paying you money? Well, that's part of your fucking problem, I think.
Given the chance, what would you say to Melania about Trump?
Fucking crickets. What would you say to Barron and Melania Trump? Nothing.
Do you have anything to say to them?
I don't think so.
Okay, she doesn't have anything to say to them.
Jesus, not even on a human level? Not even a, I'm sorry that you got upset because I held up the severed head of your father and fucking husband? Like, you can't even give that kind of a shitty apology? Like, it's not, I mean, that is your First Amendment right. You don't have to apologize if you don't want to, but I mean, Jesus, that doesn't make you look good.
Kathy, critics might say, do you really think with all that's going on in the world, the White House is going to mobilize with old white men to ruin your career?
They have. Why are
It's
you
on Twitter.
Why are you doubting it? It is all over Twitter, but it's coming directly from the President of the United States.
Which has nothing to do with it.
To a 56-year-old female comedian.
The president isn't doing all of it. He isn't making up millions of fake accounts to just fucking harangue you, you dummy. You are not that important.
Who has no studio backing her.
Which has nothing to do with it.
No network backing her.
Which has nothing to do with it.
I don't have a big franchise movie coming out.
It has nothing to do with it.
He picked me. Don't you get it? I'm the easiest target. It's D-list comedian Kathy Griffin. You know what my life is? I go town to town with my bucket of dick jokes, and I try to make people laugh as hard as I can.
Look, man, like, you can't simultaneously say, I can't believe everybody thinks this is such a huge issue, and at the same time go, this is such a huge issue. Is it a huge issue or isn't it, man? Like, what? Oh my God.
Did I say that? I meant, okay, but first of all, I didn't grab anybody's you-know-what, so.
No, you just have a bucket of severed penises.
Kathy, what do you say to Melania saying that you have mental health issues?
Well, I think there's a lot of people in this administration that seem like super nuts, and I feel like it's weird that you guys or anybody's acting like they're not like nuts. Like they seem like a bunch of nut jobs.
That's an amazing defense. I'm not crazy. Everybody else is crazy. That's an amazing defense. So which one of your lawyers did you get that from?
I feel like but I also want to say something else. You know, Kathy Griffin and Donald Trump are not equals. He is the president of the United States.
And therefore, I believe, is deserving of some degree of respect, right?
We used to say that with great power comes great responsibility. We used to hold our presidents to a standard that they don't criticize artists and comedians.
Well, we used to not have fucking artists and comedians holding up severed heads of presidents. Times they are a-changing.
I mean, that is the point here. He's not just Donald Trump, real estate developer, having a celebrity feud. He's using the power of the federal government against her.
Which would be very, very wrong. If he in any way was doing that.
There's a Secret Service investigation of her, which is completely ridiculous.
Well, actually, no, it's not, because that's their job.
And he and his family is calling on Twitter for her to be fired from her job.
All my jobs.
That's what this is about. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're allowed to do that. They are not allowed to use any of the political sway that they have to make sure that that happens. If you would consider them saying, you know, I think she should be fired as political sway, well, then I would look at the people that are being swayed by that. And I would go to them and say, you realize they can't do anything to you politically about it or they're fucking buried. And those people would go, yeah, but it's a whole lot of controversy right now and we don't want to be boycotted, so you're fired.
One is not enough. Two is not enough. Anybody who supports her should get fired from his job.
That's fucking stupid. And if they're saying that shit, that's wrong. If you're doing that shit, it's wrong.
That is outrageous and unprecedented.
That is not unprecedented. Not unprecedented at all. Except for the fact that this is the first time that anybody's ever done something this fucking stupid. I guess that's the way it's unprecedented. This is the first time we've been in this situation. Somebody's got to blaze the trail.
How many jobs have you lost? How many jobs have you lost so far this week? How many cancellations of concerts?
Up to date, I think I've had 5 cancellations of concerts.
So 5 people didn't want to fucking have you come and make them laugh. You said that's all you want to do anyways. They don't want you there. Move along.
I have to say the most ironic one is a casino in Albuquerque. I'm just saying there's some irony there.
Is that where Trump's casino was? Like, were you hired by Trump's casino? That does kind of add a whole stupid level to it that didn't previously exist if you were actually going to be playing at a Trump resort. But I don't get that joke. I don't know.
What did you think of those last few hours?
Okay, so you guys want the story of what I was thinking. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. We want to know what in the fuck was going through your mind.
To Tyler in the morning, and didn't he ask you if you were ready to
make some noise? Yes. Okay, so what happened was so simple and so silly that I'm just going to have to tell you it honestly, but I know it's going to sound probably stupid.
That's always a great way to start a story. I know this is going to sound like bullshit, but believe me when I tell you, it's true.
Okay, so my day job, as you know, is I go around the country and I stand in front of a microphone and I write all my own material, and I've done 23 stand-up comedy specials, more than any comedian, male or female, living or dead.
Yeah, Kathy's, you're amazing. You're so amazing.
And the reason I say obnoxious stuff like that is because I want young women watching this to know you can break a man's record. Yes. And I did it just to break a man's record. And by the way, I then broke my own record.
What? Your record was filming comedy specials. So that doesn't mean that any of them had to be any good. You just filmed more comedy specials than it. Who gives a shit? The fuck does that have to do with anything? Who cares?
What happened was you know, I'm a comic and I'm an actress and I've had a reality show and a talk show and...
Oh my God, right out of it and right back into another one.
So Tyler Shields is a photographer who I think is super artsy-fartsy, as my mother would say. I don't know if I swore.
Not really.
Okay.
Was that supposed to be funny, or are you, like, retarded?
And I'm very, very vulgar. I'm too vulgar for children, by far. Don't let your children near me, or come to my show. Don't bring them. All right, so...
Jesus Christ. Whenever I tell you guys, you tell stories like women, this is what I fucking mean.
Anyway, we get together every couple of years, and we do really ridiculous photo shoots. And I know his history, and some of his work is, I think, powerful. So he does sort of glamorous things, and, you know, he took a picture of me in the morning where I looked about...
Nobody cares!
Some of his work I thought was powerful. He did an image of a bus full of African-American people reading the title of the paper the day JFK died. And that was powerful. He did an image that was powerful of an African-American man lynching a Klan member. Powerful. So I know he goes there.
So you know that he takes politically motivated photos. You're admitting this. Right on.
So every shoot we do one like, you know, we think of the song, let's give him something to talk about. We give him something to talk about. We put about 5 minutes thought into this. I apologize. I really screwed up.
So again, you admit that you've done something wrong.
It was the end of the day. We'd been doing all these silly photos. And I said, as I said on the tape, all right, let's get in trouble. Let's give him something to talk about.
So you admitted that you wanted it to get into trouble.
And, you know, of course you got to make fun of Trump, the most obvious. And there's so much there. And so I started thinking about that Megyn Kelly thing. And by the way, I'm sure Megyn Kelly can't stand me.
There's a lot of people that can't stand you.
But I don't care, because I'm always going to stick up for a woman who I feel is being demeaned by Trump, even if they don't like me, all right? So...
I don't give a shit if you need my help. Fuck you. I'm helping you. Isn't that like help rape?
I thought of that, you know, blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her everywhere.
Bloody neck stump.
And the guys went in the kitchen and they were making fake blood with ketchup, and I didn't have a full prop. And so I had like a styrofoam wig head, and I sent out my assistant to get, you know, like a mask from a...
Oh my God.
And then I thought, well, let's make this really obvious that I'm really making an absurdist, artsy, statement-y thing.
So you admit you were looking for an artsy, statement-y type thing with a political statement-y type photographer, wherein you wanted to get in trouble, and you admit that you got exactly the trouble that you deserved. Her lawyers didn't coach her for shit. Her lawyers are terrible at their jobs.
And that, by the way, that's the technical term. And so for a few photos, you know, I was holding up this wig head, and then we kept making the hair crazier because we wanted to make it clear to people this was intentionally over the top. And
because God knows, when I see fucking fucked up hair on a severed head, first thing I do is laugh my ass off.
I was very stoic, which I never am. You guys know I'm like frenetic and stuff. Well, you're right. If frenetic is...
Nobody cares!
Anyway, so we just took these pictures, and it was interesting. There were a few people in the house. No, I didn't do it for any money. I don't know if Tyler got paid. I don't think so. But just give him something to talk about. And...
get in trouble.
It was done in minutes. And people around the room had different interpretations. One person said, it's almost poignant. It's like you're feeling sad for the country. And I thought, that's interesting.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
So that's what it is. You interpret it the way you want.
That look on her face just said, holy shit. Again, I just admitted you can interpret it as a fucking ISIS propaganda video if you want. Well, a lot of people did. And you lost your fucking job.
There was no... Kathy, are you asking for an apology now from President Trump because of what he's done to you?
An apology from President Trump? For what? For saying he thought it was sick? Really? Kathy's the victim here.
Can I just add one thing? There was never an intention to threaten anyone with this photograph. This was really an expression, a comedic expression, a political satire.
So it's a political expression thing. because the satire didn't come across. So if the satire doesn't come across in a political expression of satire, it's just a political expression. Odd how that would be misconstrued.
And the fact that there's an open Secret Service investigation is really ridiculous because it's never happened to any artist before. So she was being funny.
Apparently she fucking wasn't.
Kathy,
So let's do last question.
What kind of reaction?
Anderson Cooper called your photo disgusting. Do you think that was him talking, or do
Kathy?
you think he was pressured into saying that?
Kathy?
I
don't know. I didn't really get the question. It was something about do you really think Barron was upset, or do you think he was pressured to say it? Like I didn't really catch it, but I imagine it's along those lines because we get another big scene of crying. So here we go.
How can we know?
I don't know. I thought that hurt. That's all. You know, I really.
Okay.
Last question. You've already asked it.
Kathy, I saw some tape of you at the end of the photo shoot, and you made some comments off the cuff, like, you know, I know we're going to go to prison over this.
Right, we're going to go to Mexico, yeah.
And scene. So you knew you might get into some trouble politically over this. Good to know.
What kind of reaction were you expecting?
Okay, so like I did a picture with Tyler a couple years ago, and it was like, you know, a statement picture, right? And I used it for some of my tour stops, and some of the stops thought it was too creepy. And it was a photo of a man's hand with scissors trying to cut my tongue out, as in men trying to silence a woman. Like, you get it, it's pretty obvious, right?
No. It was just a picture of a guy's hand holding a pair of scissors trying to cut your tongue off. No, I don't get the whole patriarchy angle.
And so I thought it was similar to that level.
Okay, now that was funny. That was funny.
I thought, okay, I know I'm going to get some, as my mother would say, guff for this, but I did not think that people would be trying to murder me and mobilize other people to murder me.
Mobilize other people to murder you. You saying that Donald Trump is mobilizing people to murder you? Is this the armies being mobilized again? I don't get it. No, you shouldn't be getting death threats. Expecting to not get death threats is fucking retarded.
And I wish the president would govern instead of trying to do whatever he's trying to do.
Well, if you dumb fucks had stopped doing whatever the fuck it is you're trying to do, maybe he could fucking govern.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Of this
Thank
First
you.
Amendment expression
Okay.
of you beheading
Okay.
Lisa Bloom.
All right. If you've made it this far, you're in for a treat. If you've made it this far, you're clearly one of the people that remembers that I do this kind of shit when I make big, long videos. There is always a crescendo. There is always a huge ending. And the ending is always fucking amazing. And it is because of this guy. This guy is fucking awesome. Just so you know, Lisa Bloom happens to be Kathy's lawyer. The mouthpiece lawyer. The one in the red, the one that's talking so fucking much. That is Lisa Bloom. This guy is fucking amazing.
What is your opinion of that First Amendment expression of you beheading Lisa Bloom? Is there a question? Is there a comment you would have about this image?
Oh no, man! Just fucking get up there at the fucking microphones, man. This is your press conference now.
Of beheading Lisa Bloom. I wonder, this is a First Amendment protected expression, and we really ought to make sure that nobody gets bullied as a result of this.
This dude is fucking priceless.
And the woman outside that handed it to me, she should not be bullied. Okay, we want to make sure that this First Amendment expression is protected, and I'm sure Kathy will protect it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Lisa will protect it too, because it's just a joke, right?
Thank you.
Who are you with? Who are you with? Who are you with?
Gateway Pundit.
Gateway Pundit. Everybody check out Gateway Pundit. That is an official commercial. No, seriously, that guy's fucking amazing. Like, I love that kind of shit. When it's just so absurd and so stupid. And fucking, there you go. And right there, man. For a half an hour, that dumb bitch talked, and he destroyed everything she had to say in fucking, 2 minutes? Just brilliant.
you.